All right, man. Another episode of Deep Talk. What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Rollin Houston. I'm from Newcastle, Delaware.
Rover. So what is it that you do, man? What is your what is your what is it that you do? What is your purpose right now that you do? Like explain to the people.
My purpose right now is to be some kind of support system that they don't have. To build a group of people who have been through the struggle, who know what it feels like to be where you ain't supposed to be, and the ones who need the support. Uh, I'm just want to lead by example, because if anyone, like the old cliche, if I did it, y'all can do it. I don't know. That's what I work hard to support a child that's on the way.
So what is it as far as Tuesdays? What do you do every Tuesday?
Well, Tuesday is, I made it. So I love the church. And when I went to church, when I was in my addictions trying to get clean, I fell into the church. And then I found in the church that behind the scenes was a lot of fakeness. And I rose to the church while I was actually praying over people. And I was thrown out the church because I wouldn't speak in tongues. So, but I love the thought of the church. And I smoke marijuana, and I profit from marijuana. So why not have a church that people can use marijuana because it's not only a drug, it helps benefits with all kinds of shit. But what it does is it brings addicts together. It brings people from different walks of life together. Because me and some Joe Blow could talk about a bud with passion. When I was a kid, they used to use a swimming pool to get me to church. So why not use marijuana to get a good group of people together so we can build a great support system, so we can be there for each other. That's the main thing.
If somebody wanted to, join that, what would they have to do? Like somebody want to get in contact with you and help you out, do what you're doing. How would they do that?
Well, it's real easy. I'm on Facebook. You can always come to the property. I really wasn't, I'm nervous because what's going on is I'm getting credit for something that the whole church should be getting credit for, because we're going out and we're cutting hair, and we're going out and we're shoveling snow, and we're doing things. So maybe that's why I'm nervous. I wanted to be the vessel because I can talk to people and I can bring people together, and I draw a certain type of people to me. When someone shows up with a Bible, we'll start talking about the Lord, because I deliver that a certain way that people like to hear it. The ones that are here now are struggling in life. We need to be able to support one another. If you want to get a hold of me, I'm on Facebook, or you can come to the property. The more people that we have at the church, the more that we can help. Because I know there's more like-minded people out there like me that marijuana helps. If it wasn't for marijuana, I would be doing dope and coke. I smoke a certain kind of bud, and it gets me responsible. I smoke a certain kind of bud, and I feel like I'm closer to my Lord. Sometimes I smoke bud, and I want to just chill on the couch. If you lose marijuana properly, if you get with a person like me, and you get a regimen of marijuana, and you wake up and use that, you can put the Adderall, you can put the cocaine, you can put the meth, you can put all that down. And I know it's a process, but it can be done. I sit right here with it. I see guys out there with it. I give it away because it's just expensive.
It's definitely expensive. It's definitely expensive. So what's your name on Facebook? If they want to find you on Facebook, what's your exact name on there to find you?
Well, they can go to the Church of High Technology and request to be a friend.
Church of High Technology.
Yeah, yeah. Hold up, man.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm getting there.
You know what you do. You know me. You help people. You know that's always good. You helping someone. You know, everybody. A lot of people be mainly focused on how, but don't think you missing out that the fact that you are helping people. You know.
No, I think you got it twisted. They're helping me.
Right.
I need to focus on me. They keep me clean. I'm the type of person that needs structure. I need an eye on me. I'm liable to do anything. For the first time in 5 years, I ain't been locked up every 90 days. Something clicked. I was done. But I can't do it without some kind of structure. So I'm out of church. They don't even know how much. Sometimes I feel like shit because I use them to stay clean, to stay on my toes. It is what it is. If it wasn't for the structure that I have from the church, I don't know where I would be. I'm only 5 years clean.
I mean, you can't say only. That's a big deal.
I've never been clean ever. I've never had a clean time under my belt.
5 years, that's a long time to be clean.
Someone say I'm not clean because I smoke pot.
Do you consider pot a drug?
I do. It is a drug. Absolutely. If you smoke, if a 13-year-old kid smokes some indica, he ain't going to want to do nothing. He'll play Fortnite all day. It's got to be monitored and used properly. It's good and bad at the same time. It was taken from us from the church. That's why we get a lot of backlash from the church. Before the churches, it was in everything. Cannabis was in every medicine. It was the holy grail of medicine. These people keep each other clean. They come here, they wait. All week I hear they can't come. This is their giant AA meeting. And I cry over the success stories that's out there. And I'm here when there's all of them out there. You got lots of filming out there to do. And they still, every day, still a struggle. But they don't use. People don't understand the draw that it has, especially on the younger kids. So I thought the church should find some way where everyone's comfortable. That's why I don't preach Jesus or no other God, because it's only one God. We're all just one people. We're all addicts and had issues. I don't want you to show me crying like this, though. We all once had addicts and we're all issues. That's where we connect.
Have you had any like pushback from what you're trying to do as far as other people? Like anybody trying to say it's wrong what you're doing or you shouldn't do it or
Yep.
what do you got to say to those people that do that one?
Well, they could talk to the 20 people that's cleaning in my yard right now. That's their belief, to each their own. We're not bothering nobody. As long as I keep it legal, it shouldn't be an issue. Fuck you. If you want me to really say what I want you to say, I don't care how you feel. It's not about how you feel, it's how we feel. It's not about no one else. But right here, right now, this Tuesday, they celebrate the win of another week, right?
So where do you see this going in the future? Like, do you see this being bigger than what it is now? Or do you still see it as, a small function like it is now? It's going to stay like a, or you think it's going to grow?
Well, some would say if it was through the Lord, then it would grow, right? Let it be and it will grow. But we weren't expecting this. When I came out of the liquor store from getting a blunt, we were in the city and I was coming from my last probation. I was terrified.
I never seen nobody doing this. So you might get people pushed back because they don't understand what you're doing or don't fully comprehend exactly what you're doing exactly. So I appreciate you telling your story and telling the people.
We're going to have to come back and do it again. Because that wasn't too good. Then we can do both together. I did a lot of unnecessary crying due to some shit that's going on. I didn't give it no justice.
See, what it is with deep talk, what make it so authentic and so unique with this is, it's perfect what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is not a, we gonna be hurt or nothing. Then people gonna look at it like it's not authentic. They're not they're not gonna gravitate to it.
All thoughts.
It's gross. All the crying and all that.
Necessary.
I just want it to be people's support system. That's it.
And you are. I was about to say that.
So everybody take a bag of like 20 joints each. So everybody's out there giving bud. Away if you want. Anyway, everyone's giving it out.
All right, man. So we back.
We back. What's going on?
What's going on, man? So I see you got your outreach program going on today.
We got an event going on today. We're going to give down some blunts and blankets, I'm calling it. We're going to go give some marijuana away, some hats, gloves, scarves, and some blankets, hoodies, and shit like that.
Okay. So what time that's supposed to start today?
We gonna roll out of here about 12:30. Hit Adams for about 1 o'clock. We're gonna get out there when the homeless are out there, not when everyone's out there running around just to get some lunch.
Right. So what's the main purpose for the day? What's your main goal for today?
Well, my main goal that I wanted to achieve has been accomplished. I wanted the church members to give a feeling of giving back. Because when we get to a point in recovery, the old cliche, we have to give back to keep it. But to go out and actually give something to the public is uplifting to the church people who are in there. It's a reward for all their hard work. We are all recovering addicts here.
Okay. I like what you're doing. Me personally, I see it. I like it. You're attracting new people.
It's growing faster than I expected. When I first came up with the idea, I was thinking that it was just going to be me and Ashley, like two crazy people out here. But within 3 months, we blew up with the followers and actual church members that come out and participate and want to give back, you know. I say I'm getting mine, and there's a lot of other y'all out there getting yours, and shouldn't die with it, because that's all you're gonna do. So why not give it away?
Definitely, why not give it away? Definitely give it. Why not? Definitely give it away.
You got to make sure your family's okay, and then when your family's all right, there comes a point in time when you got to give back, and it's the only way that things got to happen. If not, everyone's gonna be all fucked up. Most of these people didn't have no support at one time. It's a real issue for me to have support. They can call at any time and know that there's somebody there that has their back and will come pick them up. These are people who the AA is different. We got to do what we got to do through marijuana, and that's how we get there.
So how far do you really see this going? Like everything that you're doing, the outreach program, the church.
To the moon, Alice.
To the moon, Alice.
To the motherfucking moon. There's no stopping. Okay, if you think about it, when you get locked up, I don't know if you've ever been locked up, but some of the brightest motherfuckers are there. We figure anything out. IQ's not all about that book smart. So you get some clean addicts together from a whole bunch of different areas, and we can build mountains or break down mountains and build skyscrapers, however you want to call it. But we'll have more heart into it because we're addicts and more pride. And once we start taking pride in ourselves and things we do, that shows off, and other people see it and want what we have. I can look at the camera in the eye and say, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I was one of them. But we all had that sad, hard story of why we got high and why we're at where we're at. If you're able to change the situation, you might as well go ahead and change it. If not, stop crying about it. That's how I feel.
Definitely stop crying about it. You right about the people in jail. I've been in there for a little time. There's definitely a lot of geniuses in there. People, come up with nothing, and make something out of nothing. So I definitely feel.
Well, our president's a felony, so it's a new lay, right? Times are changing.
How you feel about that? How you feel about Trump being in the office?
It don't bother me. I'm at the tax bracket where the only president that ever affected me was Obama, because he gave $900 to everybody and a cell phone. They call them Obama phones. And that's all because of Obama. No other president that I'm aware of, besides some gas prices, ever affected me. So I don't care about that, who's in there.
So it's safe to say you didn't vote?
I can't vote.
Can't vote.
Everyone's saying that you got a felony, you can vote. True. It's got to be a non-violent felony, and it's got to be on one occasion at one time in your life. So don't think just because you are in jail and you can vote now, it's not going to happen. They don't want a bunch of convicted felons voting, because we'll have Trump in there every time.
I'm saying, let the people tell it he a felon. He a feeling himself.
He won. Everyone liked him. There ain't no lie. He wiped out. He got the popular votes, but they didn't have much to choose from. Let's just put it that way.
You know, like I tell people, it's not even about that. We don't. It's the
They're not ready for a
electoral.
female.
It's the college electoral votes that decide. I mean, of
Right.
course, they go by sometimes about the popularity vote. You know,
They don't go by that. None of that.
No?
There's been presidents that lost the popular vote, but won all the electoral votes. People don't
like
understand
Hillary.
that. But,
Hillary was one of them that won the popular vote,
right.
but
But
lost the electoral.
so
So voting really don't. Yeah. If
Eh,
you voting for your locals,
you're voting
if
for,
you
yeah,
vote,
there you go.
voting
That's a
for
good way
your
to put it.
locals, if you voting for your locals, that's something that's important that can make a change, make a difference in your community. You know, that's where it start at.
If
That's how I
saw-
feel.
That's something I can't control, right? So my one vote. If I could vote, my one vote. I'm not even going to go there because that's going to sway people from voting, maybe, and I don't want to do that. We'll do something else.
Right.
Because it's good to vote. You know what I mean? I don't want
I
to sway
mean,
no one
it's
way.
your opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. You know, everybody their own person. You know, they can't go off of what somebody else say. That, you know, if that's the case, then you know there'll
Right.
be a lot of people doing some crazy stuff out there. They're not moving on their own. They going off what other people say. So you can always place your opinion.
Well,
You know,
yeah, you can do whatever you want to do in today's world and be whoever you want to be. I guess I don't know.
all the stuff they putting on the internet and people. You know what I mean?
Listen, if you're watching this interview, we got Toys for Tots coming up, and we're having a dinner out here. So it's going to be a THC infused dinner. Make sure you look for that. And then we have the Blunt Masters coming up, and you can try for the title. You can beat the reigning champ to be the year's Blunt Master, and that'll be coming up in about 5 months. So be aware of that. But we out here every Tuesday, Pop Up Tuesday. If you're an addict and or not, if you're affected by an addict, and because you have to be in today's world, everyone's affected by addiction. You may not want to think so, but stop and look at it, and you'll find addiction in your family. We out here to help you support, get through that. We use marijuana, and some people don't like that, but it was actually used in ointments and shit when Jesus walked the earth. So we can actually contribute some miracles to cannabis. All them people on the mats with their bones hurting, and they came through and rubbed anointing oil on them, and they were healed. Talk that, you laughing, but that's dead. That's true talk. That's real talk. It's in there, but you know the Catholics try to hide that. But we're not going to go there either because I'm no conspiracist. But facts are facts. It is what it is.
Right.
So let's just know that the Church of High Technology is here to support the people who don't have no support.
That's
We
what
are
it's
so
about.
diverse. We have so many people from so many different walks of life that are here, and we all have one thing in common, two things in common: marijuana and addiction. And we went out, and we drive and thrive off of one another.
That's what it's about, man. Like I said, I like what you're doing. I hope you keep doing it.
I ain't stopping.
I hope you don't.
I ain't. Well, because there's too much good feedback than negative. Now I've had people wanting to beat me up they ain't even never met me because I'm mixing pot and God, and the way I talk slick sometimes they say. Well, don't watch it.
It's always gonna be somebody saying something negative or saying something. You know, it's always gonna be negative criticism. You know,
Yeah.
just like it's always gonna be positive criticism. Just gotta keep going. You know, keep doing. You know, keep doing what you're doing, man. Just it's different for me, so I ain't used to seeing this. So it's different. I like it. It's positive. You know, it's helping people stay clean. You know what I mean? It's helping the homeless. So it's like I'm all for it, man.
I'm with it. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you coming back and giving me a second take on there, because I think what you're doing also is just as important. Because I've talked to people who've watched your videos, and I overhear and I listen, and they're getting strength from your videos. But I asked why you backed up on the skits is because they were talking about them also.
Right.
So I'm down. If I wasn't happened to be a cook, I would definitely be an Instagram guy and would probably make it. I don't know. Holler at me, hightechnology.com. Pull up, free weed, pop up Tuesdays.
I got one more question for you, man. Would you ever feel about out of state traveling, or it might be some people out of state that might want to connect with you, or do what you do, and they might. You ever thought of traveling, going to other places to try to link with people or try to expand,
I would.
beyond Delaware?
In my profession, it would be called church planning, and
Okay.
we would go out and we would make models of this in other areas. So absolutely right. I would go and speak as long as I'm getting the message out that it's okay to be clean, and there's people out there that still care. Then I'm all right with it. I'll go, and I can have bud and everything's legal because we have to be legal today. Police are too slick.
You definitely got to stay legal, man. Definitely got to stay legal, but they legalizing marijuana anyway.
That's why
So
we legal. We good. That's why we got the Church of High Technology, because now marijuana is legal, so we can freely gift it away, and it's like that. No one can say nothing to us. So we're good. Let's all heal together and get to heaven along the way. Because smoking marijuana is not a sin no more. The only reason why it was a sin is because it was against the law. Because you're allowed to take medicines, and the Bible says you can take medicines. It's not against the law no more to smoke marijuana. Therefore, I'm not sinning no more. So I'm good. I'm no longer living in sin when I smoke
I
my
never
bud.
thought marijuana was bad anyway. I never considered marijuana to be a drug.
It really
Um,
wasn't. It wasn't until, if you look at the history of marijuana, it was one of the most popular drugs ever. And then the Catholics, and it's not about religion, I'm telling you with me, but this is what happened. They shut it down. They wanted no more to do with it. And they just wiped it out, the marijuana, because it was the gateway drug. They did all type of shit to steer us away. But do the research on the marijuana before you even talk about marijuana, please, people.
I think it's probably stronger now, so people probably saying,
The
"Oh, it's."
weed we were smoking before was only like 3% THC. When we used to get Christmas bud and skunk weed back in the day, the best that was 6% THC. Now we're pushing 45%, 33% THC. I'm smoking 87% THC because it's a snowcat. So it's definitely stronger. You're not feeling like it
You
is.
said
It
it's a
is.
snow cat.
Yeah, yeah,
What's that?
yeah. It's actually it's a way for the growers to get around selling marijuana, because the white powder on the marijuana is trichomes, and when trichomes turn when they evolve to mature, they turn amber. But if you stop them when they're immature, there's less than 0.003% THC in it until you turn it on fire. So that way, if you sell that, it's called Delta 8 THCA, and Snowcaps, a lot of them, or is that? It's just immature weed. It'll get you fucked up for like 10 minutes. But it's a legal way for the growers to sell pot over the counter. That's why it's there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate you again.
I thank you again for letting me redeem myself.
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't
Never
stop.
stop. I'm not. They can't stop my. They can't stop me because they're not. I'm not big enough for no one to want to kill me. And
Man,
I got something I want to say. And there's people also that have something that they want to say. So no, I'm not. I'm not going to stop. As long as I'm not breaking the law, I'm going to stand up for what's right. We're just clean people trying to stay clean, and we figured out a way to do it. And it's through marijuana and God.
so you
And
think
there's nothing wrong with that.
So you think if somebody was trying to kill you, you'd stop? That'd make you stop if they was trying to kill you?
I mean, that's not good there. Nah,
I'm just
I
saying
mean,
that that is.
they're not gonna make me a martyr. I
You
mean,
know,
you know what I mean?
like,
Yeah, shit. I mean, they had to at least make an attempt. God damn, I'm not gonna be like, I already gotten people say they're gonna beat me up and come get me.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't like they're weirdos anyway though. But I got Brandon, he's head of security. He's good. He's got a long
Yeah.
foot. He can get there quick.
He got a little foot.
Motherfucker's fat.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, like I said, man, just keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and
I
you know,
appreciate it. Y'all come out and see us too. Pop up Tuesdays, 821 Larkin Street, Newcastle,
820
Delaware.
821 Larkin Street, Newcastle,
Yeah,
Delaware.
we
Make sure
behind the
y'all tune
limousine
in.
place.
All right, man. We out.
All church members get free bud.
That's
Thank you
it.
so much.